Hey, I'm DJ Sixsmith. You're watching The Sit Down. God Friended Me, coming back to CBS.
Hey.
Javicia, Leslie, what's going on?
Good, how are you?
Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. How's life for you right now?
It's been great. It's been really busy. We just finished Fashion Week. My show and my movie are airing the same weekend, so we're kind of like getting around doing film festivals for that, but also still filming God Friended Me throughout the week. So it's been very busy.
What's the movie?
The movie is called Always a Bridesmaid. It's written by Yvette Nicole Brown from Community, and then it's directed by Trey Haley, all a part of Tridescent Studios. And it's a movie about, well, I'm like this girl who's always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
The eternal bridesmaid? Yeah,
so you kind of like watch me go on this journey to find love. It's a rom-com, so it's very funny but very beautiful. And it's kind of like one of those stories that I think is like, it can really be everyone's cup of tea.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Yvette Nicole Brown is quite a woman to work with.
She's amazing.
She's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, Communities was a great show, by the way.
But there's a million things, and she's going through every different spectrum of, like, I mean, I'm watching Avengers, and I'm like, wait, is that Yvette Nicole Brown on Avengers? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool to see actors like that. They're just jumping into everything.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about off camera, the whole streaming thing. Like you kind of have to do a little bit of everything.
You
at this
do.
point.
You definitely do. And I mean, it's not even that you have to. It's like a playground for actors.
Yeah.
It's fun. It should never be something that you feel like you have to do. And it's fun that we now have choices, because there was a very long time where you kind of just had to take what you could get.
Definitely.
And I think that now we have this world where we get to really play. I was watching a master class, and one of the teachers was just saying that, like, now we can look at roles, and it could be a role originally made for a man, but if you read it and you feel like there's nothing that this has to be a man's part, you then just say, after you finish that scene in the audition, I don't know if you guys are interested, but like, I kind of saw that this role could be female as well. Do you mind if I, read or I give you what I have for that? And so just to be able to kind of like have fun with that, have fun with gender roles, have fun with ethnicities and things like that, I think that that's the point of being an actor.
No question.
And people always forget, in Shakespeare, there were no female actors.
Right, yeah.
So those were males playing every single part.
Totally.
Why can't we do it the opposite way?
Why can't we just flip it around? I mean, we did it like that all the time. We're going to hold Shakespeare up. Why can't we just do something a little different?
Exactly.
So let's talk about God Friended Me.
Yes,
because
yes.
This was an awesome show. Watched the entire thing last year.
You did?
I did.
Okay.
I went to the Paley Center when you guys were there last year.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It turned out to be a really fun show. So
Wait, were you doing interviews?
I was doing
You were at the end of the line.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
remember. That's so cool.
There you go. Yeah, so that was a cool event. And yeah, like people come in for this stuff and you watch a couple shows, but I just kind of got hooked on this show. So what has it been like doing this for you?
Okay, first of all, if you got hooked last season, you're going to literally be obsessed this season.
Really? It's that good?
Yeah, it's that good, but also I think that we kind of we played it safe last season.
Right.
You know what I mean? We discussed some of the issues and the things that our country is dealing with, like like the things that you just know about, the things you may hear about on the news every day. But this season, I think we're getting a little deeper, and we're going in and we're kind of like grabbing those stories that aren't being told, they don't have as much of a spotlight. And you're gonna find out with a lot of our guest characters, like some of those interesting stories. And specifically with Allie, what's super interesting this season is that she has a huge secret. She has a huge secret that she's hiding from her father and her brother. You know how she feels about her father. And this is big.
I'm excited to hear this.
Yeah.
I'm excited to check this out.
Yeah.
Because Allie is like low-key doing her thing the entire season.
She's a very good girl.
She is, yeah. And she has, the secret relationship for a while that she didn't tell Dad about.
It wasn't a secret. The relationship wasn't a secret. Them moving in together was a secret.
That's right, okay.
So originally when the reveal came that Allie was lesbian, it wasn't supposed to be that the reveal was that she was a lesbian. The reveal was that she was living with her partner, and at the end of the day, like, her dad has already accepted who she is, but that's just like,
that was a whole different thing.
I want y'all to be married first. Like, do that the right way, you know? His version of the right way.
Right. And it didn't matter if that was a man or woman, two women, like.
Not when it comes to Arthur and his daughter.
No, Arthur definitely was not feeling that.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling that regardless. Like, that's his baby girl. She's not supposed to just be living with her partner.
Definitely.
And clearly it didn't work, because her and her partner broke up like a few episodes later.
That's true. Yeah, we kind of just were like, all right, I guess that's not a thing anymore.
But it's also just because her core values values are still her core values. So she still does believe in marriage and children, things like that. So when she had came to her partner and brought it up, and her partner was just like, oh, well, why all of a sudden are we talking about marriage and kids, and this is not something that we talked about in the beginning? She's like, well, this is how I was raised. I was raised with both of my parents in the household, and we believe in family values and things like that. So just because I think one of the beautiful parts about this show is that it shows that those same core values can be in any kind of relationship.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. And Allie was kind of that source of reason when it came to all the big issues that were going on between Miles and Arthur. So what was it like for you kind of playing in that whole world?
It's fun. We're all very, very close. So I think that we play in it, and then when the cameras aren't rolling, we're just chilling and having fun. And then when the cameras are rolling, we're back to like playing to whatever the issues are. So it's like for Allie, her entire existence for a while in the show was making sure that she maintained the relationships that she was the closest to.
Right.
And I think that was very valuable, and I think that's what really got their family through a lot of what issues that they were facing. Because when you're thinking through emotion versus facts, you don't really get to see the other person's side of the story. And as an outside participant, she was able to really just pay attention to where each person was coming from and give the other person the perspective unbiased. But this new season,
a little different.
It's a little different because she has her own situation that's going to happen. Yeah.
I'm excited for this. Yeah. This is cool.
Yeah.
So thinking about this show, you hit on something really interesting about playing it safe in season 1 because you're just trying to make sure this thing gets to a season 2.
Of course.
So how much of a relief was it when it finally did get the green light for season 2?
So it was a relief for everyone, of course, if you're putting this much work and effort. And I mean, all of us, we moved out here to New York.
Yeah, you were in LA, right?
Yes, I was in LA. This is what I was telling you when I got here. Like, even getting here today, I'm just like, oh my gosh, what's going on?
The subway system.
The subway system, my allergies, like my lashes are falling off, my liner is pouring. Like,
it's one of those days in New York, weather's starting to change.
Yeah. Yes. So, we all kind of got up from LA and we moved out here. So when you're making such a dramatic change, you do want your investment to pay off. And I'm so happy it paid off, but I'm not surprised from the perspective of, I think our country needed this.
Yeah.
I think we needed a pretty story. I think we needed something that a family can come together on a Sunday and everybody feel like they're represented.